Ladies and gents, I am back from Vegas and here to grace your stream tonight. I am TTU Phoenix. My co-host is Hot Honey, and we will be bringing you a Piltover division match between Shien Samurais and Ravenous Kumquats. The Samurais have Coit, Butterfreelo, Delta Terra, Slattery, and Ansem 571, top jungle, mid, bot, and support respectively.
And for the Ravenous Kumquats, it'll be CCK, Roscoe, Tempest for the jungle, Mega Virage for mid, Cocaine 54 for the AD carry, and Pixel Breaker for support.
I'm looking forward to this match. Both of these teams are 3-1. They've both tasted a 2-0 victory, seen what it's like when you just get it rolling, but they've also split 1-1, so I think they're pretty even. We are right into picks and bans. Shien Samurais have banned the Zac and Alawi. Ravenous Kumquats have banned Nautilus and Malzahar.
Looks like CCK also plays Alawi, hence the Alawi ban.
I
don't know, I feel like Alawi's not that good in team environments in my opinion, but she can be really strong if left a lot.
She really controls objectives very well if she's ahead. Particularly given how important things like dragons are this season. If you can't approach the pit, and especially if your jungler isn't tanky, they may not be able to, then the area denial just gives her team the objective. We have a first pick Syndra on the part of Shien Samurai. So that's probably going to... Well, Anthem's been playing Syndra in solo queue, so it could be spicy Syndra.
Well, Syndra was banned for the first 2 weeks, I believe, and now she's finally enabled. So people are just like, oh, finally I can play Syndra and Lux. My god, I hate those two champions the most, playing against them in 5, to be honest.
Our support was very grateful to have Lux back as one of our main. So, Ravenous Kumquats, apparently their support, quote, has a 30-minute speech prepared on every champion, and why Lux counters them. So, I'm wondering if we're going to see the Rakan pick here. It's a classic fit with Xayah. It's a really strong lane, and given how important bot lane is right now, securing that strong duo is very powerful.
But they didn't pick it together, so
I don't know if Pixel Breaker plays Rakan.
Judging by his favorite champions, I assume he can. But I don't know if he wants to. So Senna, AD carry maybe? Support? It is patch 10.2 still, so not 10.3 where she's kind of gutted from the AD carry role with that cannon.
Notably, Coit, their top laner, does play Senna, so this could be a flex. They essentially can send Senna to ADC if they decide they want a more favorable top lane match. And so now Ravenous Kumquats has to pick both their top, either their top or ADC, without knowing which one's going to be facing.
I mean, if you think about it, right? Like, the flavor of the month is what Soraka top, right? For especially around the world, like for professional play. If Senna goes top, it's kind of the same as a Soraka support, in a sense that Soraka going top is the same kind of the same thing.
See, I feel like Raka top is very dependent on using that ult. It's easier to mash the Raka ult in a team fight, whereas with the Senna ult, you've got to aim, you may not necessarily be in a good position to get a good ult off.
But, if you play Shien, right, you don't really go to the person to ult. You just hover over the portrait above the map, and you just ult in that direction.
Can you do that with Senna ult?
I think you can do it with Senna ult.
Okay.
I haven't tried it, but I think you can do it.
Let's see. Olaf ban makes sense. That's one of Butterfreelo's more played champion.
So the Fizz counter for Syndra.
Rakan is banned preemptively. So with the Thresh, that'll be on Ansem. So Shien Samurais need their jungle and maybe a top laner or an AD. Butterfreelo does play Nunu. I wouldn't mind seeing a Nunu here because particularly if they're running Senna top, they're going to be kind of lacking in frontline. Thresh is not the tankiest of tank supports, and his engage is pretty dependent on the hook, whereas Nunu brings that hard engage and that tank. Plus,
This is true. I don't know. I feel like Senna Thresh is gonna go together in the bot lane here.
I think so as well. Ravenous Kumquats waiting.
Braum. I feel like that's good.
Yeah, Braum's a pretty good. If you're willing to play defensively, Braum's a pretty solid blind pick. He's going to go even against other tanks, and he can be good against a lot of boards.
Yeah.
And versus Thresh, he'll be fine.
You know what I really want to see? I want to see people trying to pick up Talia down in bot lane.
With They're hovering Set.
I think Set is going to get picked here, yes.
Yep, so that'll be their top lane. Shien Samurai top laner does play Set. So that will be a Senna bot.
There's not a lot of engage here though for Shien Samurai.
Yeah, I still wouldn't mind seeing the new. I'd still like the new.
It might be a Rek'Sai though.
That's true. Rek'Sai has been pretty strong. I've been playing her in jungle.
Yeah, Shien Samurai. Oh, it's an Echo instead. I don't know. This team is not very engaging. Yeah. I would say.
That's a
Pantheon on top. Nice.
Yeah, they're basically gambling on Thresh Hook, Senna and Syndra fishing for their CC, or Set like grabbing Jarvan. I do feel like they're engaged a little hard. That said, their team's really hard to engage in. Between Echo Stun, Syndra knockback, Thresh's CC, and Set just grabbing the initiator and ulting back out. It's going to be hard for particularly for Pantheon, since he doesn't really have a lot of escapes, to really get in there.
I don't think he's planning to escape. He might just be this might be just a split push comp 1-3-1 with Fizz and Pantheon and solo lanes, as opposed to them trying to team fight together.
Do you really want your Pantheon split pushing though? He like his lane bullying's great. It is. But without an attack speed steroid, and since he's usually not building attack speed, when he builds lethality, he's not prioritizing attack with blade. I feel like he's not really the best tower taker. Fizz is better at towers because he's going to build Lich Bane, probably. And at some point, Pantheon is not going to be able to 1v1 with Set, is the issue. Because Pantheon is great at bullying early, but once you get some durability and tankiness on your side and you can't really burst down, then he tends to fall off versus tanks not. And so at 2 items, maybe 3, Set's going to be able to just 1v1 it without too.
Yeah. I'm just kind of worried for Ravenous Kumquats' composition when the game keeps going. Sure. Essentially, the game, Ravenous Kumquats looks like they want to end the game between 25 to 30 minutes. Maximum 35.
Is on the side of Shien Samurais.
Yeah, because if it scales past 30 minutes, Ravenous Kumquats' win condition is just going to get smaller and smaller.
See, though, I also think that in some ways, I'd almost give the teamfight advantage to Ravenous Kumquats, because Braum, Jarvan, Fizzle, lots of strong AoE CC. They have a really effective dive, Pantheon and Jarvan going in, Braum jumping to them with the stand behind me. And their 2 carries are pretty hard to kill. Zaya's got her untouchability, Fizz has the troll pole, whereas Senna and Syndra, if they get locked into the Jarvan ult, their only way out is flash.
Yeah.
So it's much easier to lock down the Samurai's carry. And given how effective Jarvan and Fizz can be at getting to those priority targets, I think some of the burden of execution is on Shien.
I wouldn't mind even seeing Jarvan just ulting on top of the Set, and then Set would just ult him back out, right? But Set would have to ult him back out into the team, so they would just focus front to back from Ravenous Kumquats and just shut down the Set immediately, then keep going. Because Syndra Senna are too slow to catch up, right? With Set ult, the only person that can really catch up would be Echo, and then maybe Thresh if he lands a hook. So if they do front to back, they can easily kill Set Echo first and then engage right on top of the rest.
True. The one thing I do notice about Pantheon that I didn't think of at first is, at least in the 1v1, he's going to have one big advantage, in that it should be very easy for him to block the Hake with his Aegis Assault.
Yeah, I feel like if he just throws Haymaker, you just aegis it, and it's
Yeah.
like, bam, free.
And like as a tank, there's nothing you can do because your hitbox is big and it's true damage, but true damage or not, Pantheon's block.
I think Pantheon might just be the counter to set. Let me see something. Let's see what u.gg says. How the solo queue realm works. It looks fine. I don't think set is on there. It says the toughest matchup from u.gg would be Kled, Mordekaiser, and Singed. And he still has pretty good win rates against them, so. I still think Pantheon's a good answer, in my opinion. I still like his ult a lot. Actually, Pantheon has a 40% win rate against set. And I consider to u.gg.
Well, Seth's win rate's pretty high right now. He's very strong, so that's gonna.
But
and that means 40% of the time the Pantheon pick works 100% of the time.
Exactly. I still think Roscoe's gonna have a good enough time to trade up there in the beginning. The early to mid game is Ravenous Kumquats favored, in my opinion. Syndra needs like an item or two items or three really to start hurting a lot of people. But even with one item, she's really strong.
So looking at
ridiculous.
The summoner spells while we wait to get into game, they've just done the tournament draft pick, but there is a 3-minute spectator delay, so we'll be waiting for a sec before we get into game. Pantheon and Set have both taken teleport, obviously both Smite. Syndra took TP versus Fizz's Ignite. I think that makes sense on both counts. Fizz is an assassin, obviously benefit Ignite. Syndra could run Barrier, I think, but if you expect to be pressured and want the map rotation, then TP is good. Both ADCs are taking heal, and then Ansem's Thresh is taking Ignite, while Braum is taking Exhaust.
I think the Exhaust is a bit of a misplay for Braum. Because essentially the only person he can exhaust continuously would be either Set or Echo that runs into him. Or that he's
True.
It's kind
getting
of
into the
hard
range
for him
of
to
the
get
Syndra.
Getting into range of Syndra and Senna is really hard for Braum, in my opinion.
It's definitely the more cautious. I think it fits with Braum's playstyle, which is that he's a Warden tank, as Riot calls it, where he's very defensive and counter engage focused. But there's not a massive amount of healing, I think, on the side of Shien's Samurais. Senna obviously brings a good amount of healing. Echo has his ult, and Set's probably going to run Conquer. We can't see the runes yet.
Yeah,
but I don't know if there's something like a Soraka or a Vladimir or an Aatrox where you like really have to have the Ignite. But it is the more cautious, which maybe suggests that they're a little worried about the 2v2 versus Slattery and Ansem.
Set's passive is really good though when he gets low. So
it is, but it's also not the sort of thing that you can really effectively ignite because it works over time. So unless you're trying to, it's not enough regen in a short period of time for ignite to really matter. And then it's more of a long-term thing that just keeps him at like 50 to 75%. It's pretty rough to deal with in lane if you're not like a burst camp because he's just always relatively healthy.
And that's what Pantheon is though. So
yeah,
hopefully he can burst through it. Block the Haymaker every time it comes up. Though I think that's a little bit of a mismatch, isn't it? How long cooldown is his
16 Aegis? To 8 right now on Haymaker.
Aegis is 22 to 16.
Yeah, Aegis Assault is definitely
low. Oh my god.
They are nerfing Haymaker in the next patch, but it hasn't landed yet. It will become 18 to 12 seconds on Haymaker.
That's a little better. But
I think it's fair. I kind of wonder if Riot did not expect people to max Haymaker. You'd think that like the Q knuckle down would be your first max, but really you just get so much from max Haymaker compared to like your other skills don't give you as much for max on stat.
Yeah, you have to understand that from a laning standpoint, right? You top and I'm mid. Is that you generally go for the wave clearing spell usually, because you don't really go for the single target spell as much as you do on most champions. You just try to do it so that you can farm the wave easier, and then once you're done with the wave, you can try to look for a gank or look for a teammate, because you're really just supposed to clear the fat waves as soon as possible and then join the team later
In
in the
top
game.
lane, you're usually looking for the wave clear, but not always. If you're, for example, Yorick, you're going to max last rites. Usually maxing the E morning mist can be good against camps. And then Camille, you're usually either maxing Q or E, but Camille doesn't really have a wave clear option. You gotta go map for that.
Yorick is like his kit is kind of centered around his Q with the little ghouls that he summons.
Yeah, the Mist
That's
Walkers.
really the Mist Walkers is really like where a good amount of his damage comes from. And the same thing with Susan, you gotta stack. So
yeah, you gotta
some champions require those single target abilities, but I think a lot of champions do start with the wave clear first.
Alright, so looking at runes, double conquer in top lane, both stack it quite fast, which makes sense. Electrocute on the Echo, Conquer on the Jarvan. Running Glacial on the Senna, which is pretty common in ADC position because it lets her auto and then Q, or auto and then auto again Soul for better farming. Got Electrocute on Mega Average's Fizz versus, I think, the Phase Rush on Syndra.
What was that?
The Phase Rush on it definitely, Syndra has a lot of damage naturally, but I think it does show that she's concerned about Fizz and Jarvan's ability to stick to her and wants to be able to kite back.
Yeah. I love Phase Rush, personally. If I could try to run it, I would run it. But I just don't like how it's recorded, stat-wise. Like, when you play throughout the game, you hover over it, it's always says 0, right? I just don't like it. Like, it doesn't tell me how many times I used it, like Halo Blades does. I wish it would tell me that, so I can be like, alright, this rune is actually pretty good, like, I use this many times, and I don't notice it because when it's in the heat of the moment, I don't notice it at all.
Yeah, you're not looking at your rune page.
Yeah, I'm not looking at my movement speed and be like, yo, okay, I'm moving this fast. This is how I calculate how to dodge the skill shot, I'm just like, no, I'm just gonna do it.
While we're complaining about terrible rune, Grasp of the Undying, terrible notation. It tells you the total amount of damage you've done, the total amount you've healed, and the number of times you used it.
Yep, we're timed up correctly.
And I'm like, that's stats for post game. What I want to know in the moment is how much damage will it do, how much will it heal, and how much HP have I gained from it. We have a double invade here.
I love it. I wonder if they're gonna see each other when they coming through.
It's kind of like that Seinfeld episode where they're all like wandering around trying to reconnect with each other around a single phone booth.
Alright, here comes Set recalling first. He's gonna back out. Pantheon now recalling. Now it becomes a 4v4. They're gonna go back.
I think they
go.
Right. Blue's walking back into their own jungle.
And they're just waiting in this bush, they know.
Oh, they see him!
They see him!
Fizz broke their cover! They're going in!
But they're going in! Echo's
he blasted to the stun! He doesn't get it!
He goes down first! The exhaust drops on the thirst! It looks like they're gonna try to kill Pixel Breaker first, but not before they Rom uses flash to get away! Oh,
Anthem's probably gonna fall here. Nope.
But he's not gonna fall.
Alright, so we need 2 kills.
That was good.
First blood to the Fizz. Everything's down on this. So Syndra was the one who teleported in. So she's got no summer.
Why did Slattery try to do that? Jarvan's level 2 right here. You might just try EQ combo right here. Does still have flash. Oh, he didn't do it, but anyway, it was a nice try. Oh man, that was Pixel Breaker flashing at the last minute.
And then not getting the stun. I think he thought he'd be like right on the edge and pick up the stun there.
Yeah.
And then he made the call too late. Like, okay, I'm gonna commit for it, and it had already timed out. Because if he gets that 4-man stun, that's probably a big fight for them.
Yeah, Butterfilo, misplay on the stun from the dissonance. Pixel Breaker kind of stunning, flashing away before he died, which is a shame. And Mega Verge is just having a huge advantage in this lane. I hate going against Senna. Oh, I love this Pantheon.
Oh, I think that blocked it, yeah.
Yeah, it blocked it.
He was trying to wait it out.
Empowered Aegis is so long. Oh, missed the snare on Slattery.
Trying to get past the shield.
I think they're going to go for Ansem here. Oh, Cocaine having a little bit of a misplay. Oh, the passive from Ravenous came back up though. Cocaine had a little bit of a miss.
And there's 2 kills.
But 2 kills goes to Senna. Now Senna's 3-0. Beautiful start here for her.
She's already got 16 souls, which means that I believe so she's close to her first attack range upgrade. She only needs a few more souls.
She needs 25, I believe, right? Or is it 20?
It's 20 for 25 attack range and 15% crit chance.
Yeah, so every 20 she just scales.
Echo's getting collapsed on here, but Jarvan's quite low.
He doesn't have flash, so they're definitely just gonna knock him up.
Oh yeah, there's no escape there.
Yeah, I mean they know his flash is burned, so you might as well jump on that opportunity. Good word from Roscoe to see that he was doing settle, and Tempest was almost recalling all the way, but he came down to secure that. So Senna opted to get tier right away with the longsword. I felt like
I'm gonna be honest. I admit that I saw Senna mid right after her release, who went Manamune into Runin's Hurricane, and I thought it was the dumbest thing ever. But Manamune is the best if you're gonna go. Or at least if you're gonna, it's a very strong. Not a lot of damage there, but
not enough damage, but
Ansem's caught. They're overextended.
Does land Brahms passive on both, and they're both keeping it up. So Ansem's gonna go down. Ansem goes down. Senna's gonna take the long way around. That was kind of interesting. Going through the alcove.
The root is gonna allow for the stun.
That comes in though. Level 5, no ult. Definitely picks up the pixel breaker. Teleports in. And the Braum passive is still up, so he gets stunned right there. So, ooh. Echo still had the flash, so I think.
Forces both flash.
Yeah, forces both flashes here.
I'd say that was in the favor of, I remember, Ravenous Kumquats, but I don't think it was too terrible because they did force, Shien Samurais did force Ravenous Kumquats to burn a lot for those 3 kills. Or I think 2. Yeah. And so there's no flashes in the bot lane, which is going to give Thresh and Senna a lot of offensive pressure, and they're going to get the dragon. 2 more souls if Senna wants to go get them. She doesn't, but she's already got her first range and crit.
Man. Ooh, nice phase breaker. Roscoe really needs to get his Aegis down a little bit, because earlier when in the lane he was having a hard time just laning against him a little bit. But once he gets that timing down, he'll be pretty solid. Like.
Both top laners are level 6, but that's in the favor of Set because his ult's combat ult. Pantheon's isn't.
Well, how does it work if you? I think Set ult takes him out of Aegis, right?
No.
Oh, here comes the showstopper, and the Haymaker secures.
Yeah, it secures it. So, it wouldn't cancel Aegis Assault, I don't think, because it's technically a suppression.
Yeah, it's technically a suppression. They're
but
gonna
I
go
don't
here on Slattery though. Oh, nice!
Very good Zai is ignited.
It looks like they're gonna keep following up. Braum flashes forward.
The passive still
passive
on
does not
cooldown.
reapply though, and both. Ooh, nice Braum.
See, I think that's just an itemization thing. They tried to take a fight when Senna only has her tier and a longsword. She's really not. She's in a power trough right now, even though she is 3-1. But Zaya has the BS. So in a straight up fight, the edge goes to her.
Here it comes. Fizz ult lands right on Thresh, knowing that he has no flash. Oh, but the snare lands on Piltover. Takes a free turret shot. Syndra coming in, teleports down, gets. Doesn't get the stun. That was a minion, so that wasn't a ball. Ooh! But the ultimate almost kills him. Auto attack secures it for Delta Terra though. Fizz can definitely pick up the skill of Flattery. Oh, the Tempest steals it with the EQ combo. Nice. That was a good teleport by Delta Terra, in my opinion.
Well, Delta Terra back. I'm looking at itemization as there's a trade in the top lane. Seth's going for the cleaver, very solid. It is a higher win rate for Trinity Force. Trinity Force first item has an almost 60% win rate,
Really?
but yeah, but it's also a very like I'm snowballing type thing.
I don't know. When I play Seth, I feel like Triforce is not worth it.
Yeah, you don't benefit from the mana, and you don't get the health as much. I prefer clear as well.
Yeah.
But I'm looking really at Pantheon, and I think he's building. I think that's
nice face breaker. Oh, it doesn't stop it. It keeps going through the duration of the showstopper. You saw that.
Yeah, because he's not CCing me.
Yeah. But it looks like he took damage from the ult, so I guess showstopper's kind of behind him.
I'm not really sure. Oh yes, because Seth lands on the opposite side of the target.
Yeah, I'm behind him. Yeah.
So he would be technically behind him, and thus would go through the assault. But yeah, I'm not sure I like what I'm pretty sure is an Edge of Night for Pantheon, because it doesn't give the damage that other lethality items do. So you're sacrificing the Earth.
Okay, man, stopwatch has to burn though over there. Jungle fight's happening though in the mid lane. I mean, in the red side jungle on the red side. But Delta Terra does survive there. Echo looks like he's gonna finish his kill. Oh, Butterfield.
And just yoinks out of there.
From Tempest. It's hard to fight Echo in the jungle.
Yeah.
At any level, in my opinion. With a completed item here on Jarvan, completing a jungle item, and he still loses in that 1-on-1 because Echo just has such a strong kick. Stronger than Jarvan in 1-on-1. Nice piercing darkness does not really land here. But Wind is Bright does miss from Braum. Blades pulls him in closer. Oh, lands! On Ansem though. Are they gonna follow up with the Ansem stun? Okay,
I feel like that was just a frustration ult, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, they're gonna kill Flattery here.
One more auto.
The stun! Blade card goes down! But he can't get the kill! Come on, Cole! There we go! Cole lays down! Syndra arrives, but is like almost dead and Tempest
doesn't have any
doesn't have anything, but gets stunned by Echo! Dissonance! Oh my goodness gracious.
Flying the red buff slow.
Butterfrulo is just cleaning up house here. Oof. That Syndra run was a little bit questionable in my opinion. Ooh, nice facebreaker right out of the ultimate here from Roscoe. Haymaker gonna land but does no damage because Aegis. The shield is...
Once his cooldowns are up, this should be a dive.
Goes in!
Hello!
Oh! That's so rough.
Oh, that's so satisfying.
That's rough.
But that's really rough when you just...
Oh, still lands on the Echo! Is he gonna wait? He's gonna Playful Trickster? Oh. No, I thought he was gonna Playful Trickster back over the wall, but it was a 1v2, so yeah about that.
Delta Terra calling out the 69 CS on Fizz. Nice. What's interesting is that despite the 5-kill lead and the dragon lead on the part of Shien Samurais, they're only a little over 1,000 gold up. They've gotten almost all the plates on top. Seth's just running that lane. But Pantheon managed to take...
Ooh, beautiful play here. Disrupts the Jarvan combination to get out. But Jarvan lays hold on both of them.
Goes back in.
Syndra goes down immediately. Fizz is definitely going to kill Ansem right here.
Braum's looking to apply the passive.
Braum's going to over here just walk up the Slatery but doesn't commit. Dashes away, jumps on Fizz. As Megaverse tries to come down and picks up something, but...
I'm gonna be honest, I thought the Warrior Jarvan was dead meat there, but...
I thought he was super dead.
Pixel Breaker does a phenomenal job deploying the Unbreakable to keep him safe.
That teleports down, does not have Showstopper though. And there is, and Tempest does not have Smite, so Mountain
This
Drake
should be a dragon.
Samurai.
So we've had a water and an earth, so that means air and fire.
I think it's air. Oh, look at that.
It is air.
Look at that.
This is very dangerous because there's real powerhouse ults part of Shien Samurai. And I'd say a little more than on Ravenous Kumquats because Echo ult, he's probably running Ultimate Hunter.
Yes.
He's going to have at 20% ult CDR. The ult cooldown is going to be extremely short, which makes it super hard to lock down. It's already 93 seconds.
He does have max stats on Ravenous Hunter right now. So,
yes, and he's running Cosmic Insight.
Yeah.
He's got, I would get maybe Lichbane next.
So I feel like the more I play this game, and the more that I play the game and start feeling these dragons out, I feel like you can almost predict what the soul will be based on both teams' composition. Because I feel like if you gave me a choice, right, between fire or air, I will say air, 100% if you can get these team fights. Because air is so good for both of these teams here.
Yeah, you got the Senna ult, really impactful, Set ult, Cinder ult, but then conversely the Fizz ult, the Jarvan ult.
Yeah, Fizz ult, Kazaya ult, Braum ult, Pantheon ult to get back in the lane faster, or if you just, or just ult into team fights.
So I'm looking at levels. The bot lane on Ravenous Kumquats. Oh, Braum potentially caught out here.
He's just gonna wall everything. He's gonna get away. Double tag, just roam down. Ooh, nice kill by Cocaine though. Heal comes down and lets Cole live through the whole combo from Delta Terra. Delta Terra still doesn't have one complete item, so wasn't too scared by that Cinder in my opinion. Definitely secures the kill on him. But Ansem slowly uses Death Power Spike here.
Senna is at 39 stacks.
Ooh! Oh, it takes the full damage from that though. Ooh. Oh, that piercing darkness!
Oh,
the sniped it! Ooh. That's rough, buddy.
That's 42 stacks. 50%, 50 bonus range, and 30% crit on the Senna.
I hate to see that.
Set's gonna grab top tower.
Ooh. Oh man. That was a great double flash from Delta Terra and Slattery here to confirm kill.
Yeah, I'm not sure I like this build out of the Pantheon. It's just very defensive for what's essentially an early game bully and assassin. Like, you've got Edge of Night, which gives less lethality.
Big Edge of Night, wow.
Yeah. Like, it gives you some health, it gives you the stealth shield, which is good, but you're now building Mercury spreads, which is fine. Like, there's a lot of magic damage.
A lot of CC, a lot of magic damage.
Like, he's just not going to be a damage threat, and a Pantheon that's not a damage threat really isn't playing that much.
It essentially conflicts with the identity of the champion. With going Edge of Night first is like, what even are you at this point? The value that Edge of Night gives is only the spell shield, but it's more like a third or fourth item. It's not like the first item you go for.
And it's not really a good laning item.
It's not like a good laning item at all against Set, who has no resources.
Well, yeah, I mean, he can just face breaker it, and you have to not take damage from him for 40 seconds for it to come back. Alright, he's building Crystalline Longswords. That might be Cleaver. I wouldn't mind that. He's going to kind of have to be another front liner because Jarvan's tanky. There's Set's kind of tanky as well, so I'm okay with the Cleaver stack. But I think you need to build something that'll give you some damage, because if the Senna and the Cinder aren't scared of you, then you're basically...
Look at this bad damage here from Cocaine. Takes Cinder down to almost a quarter left. Definitely going to try to kill the Ansem here. He goes down immediately. Echo has to ult out to get away from everyone. The Braum still does not have enough mana to...
Dropping the Rip down in mid, they're going all in on this push. This should get this power, no sweat.
Definitely get this power. Ooh, Jarvan goes down immediately, gets the Hermit proc. Braum goes down as well, but they secure the kill on the Braum.
Fizz cleaning up, and that's what's saving him here.
Ult goes down on Pantheon. Pantheon surviving all the damage because Aegis goes from behind.
Oh, the Aegis pop.
Oh, a lot of fat damage here in the middle of the Haymaker. Blade Caller stuns the set though in the middle. Another Haymaker can come out. Oh,
huge shield.
Disgusting.
I think that was an overforce on the part of Ravenous Kumquats. They got the first turret, and that's great. You know, you've made the play, you've killed Ansem, deployed the Rift Herald. But I think they had this vision of like, all right, we're going to push, get the second tower, we're going to get a ton of gold off this play. You know, we need something really big. But then they don't even wait for the wave or the Rift Herald to go in. They just immediately force. And their frontliners, Braum is low on health and mana at that point. And Jarvan's still really squishy. So they don't have the front line they need to really make that dive work. Fizz gets a bunch of kills, but quick dragon pickup.
I don't know.
They're on Soul Point as the casters in the LCS.
This is looking really rough here for Kumquats.
See, it sounds rough, but I'm actually looking at the gold, and it's basically almost even. There's only a 300 gold lead on the part of Shien Samurai. Now, they do have the dragon. That's really powerful. That is a late game, a big late game objective they can take. But in terms of overall gold, they're not that far behind.
Even in overall gold, the way that they spent the gold is not efficient. Fizz has 3 half items right now. He hasn't even completed an item besides his boots. Xayah, I feel like Xayah and Braum are the ones with the most money efficient items, I would say.
I think Jarvan's doing well. He's working on the cleaver.
Yeah.
And, you know, he needs to be a bit of a frontliner. He's 1 and 3, but he's got 11 assists, which shows
I wanted to see Stone play second, though. That's what I felt like would be better.
So I think the thing with Fizz and the half items, I think he was rushing for, I think he's rushing for prioritizing CDR.
Yeah. But On Guard doesn't give CDR.
No, but the Shien and the Fiendish Codex do, and he's probably, let's see.
I feel like On Guard is weird.
I think he's got enough gold for Zanya's Hourglass. Which
he only has 1,000 right now. Which, okay, yeah, maybe.
I think that's that. And then probably Lichbane or Protobelt afterwards. Actually, he's probably close to Protobelt as well. It's only 1,500 once he got the revolver.
Yeah, it's just... I don't know, the itemization on the Fizz right now is not as optimal as I want him to be.
Yep. Let's see, Senna has how much crit? 30% crit, 50% on the Xayah. She's got 2 completed items. And a 40 CS lead, I think. Yeah, it's a 1,500 gold lead between the ADCs favoring Cole Kane. 800 gold lead from the Fizz to Senna. Almost a 2,600, almost 3,000 gold lead between the set and the Pantheon. The Pantheon is almost a little farther behind.
Flash forward here from Delta Terra, so ballsy, but lands slow.
Anthem's got the engage.
Xayah going down because of distance lands and the stun CC lockdown on the
Xayah does fall.
Beautiful ultimate from Slattery lands on all of the members there, right in the middle. Pantheon comes in with teleport and not ulting in.
Senna's forced to flash, but Jarvan just can't confirm the kill.
Fizz confirms the kill there as well. I'm trying to pick up somebody, but how are they gonna stop this now?
Fizz doesn't have a ult.
Stopper.
Pantheon's low.
Oh, he just goes in. Showstopper towards the Echo though. Kills him.
Oh, that's
set.
Ansem's left trying to 1v1 a bruiser.
I think Ansem went to go in as well, but he didn't expect Megaverse to just come in as well. Megavirage gets out from set because set doesn't really have.
Pantheon's got 2,300 HP at this point. He's got the cleaver shred. Like he is behind, but he can 1v1 a Thresh.
If I was Butterfilo, I'd be like, why'd you bring him to me? would you do that, dude? Oh man, Set completed his static stage. That's gonna be rough for him now.
Syndra's got the Super Soaker.
They're
gonna grab Braum. Oh.
Koidi is just pressing Haymaker whenever it comes up, but he's landing them really well. That he just lines him up right in the middle to take that true damage instead of taking the physical damage on the side, and it's really hard. I feel like to dodge Haymaker once you get face broken.
This Syndra looks like looks very utility focused to me. She's got the Super Soaker, the GLP 800, working on Zanya's. Not bringing as much damage as the Fizz, I would say. Like, doesn't have the Luden's proc or the greater amount of AP it gives. That's on Jarvan. Ansem goes in.
Oh my god, the pushback on the Jarvan, he cannot land his combo at all. Showstopper goes down on the Fizz. The Fizz most likely will get Zanya's there.
But it doesn't connect.
Nice blade caller here from the Dia, lands the stun on all of them, but oh, it's rough.
Doesn't have the pullback.
Doesn't have anything, and Pantheon is just nowhere to be found. He was trying to get in there, but so late. I don't know why he doesn't just Grand Starfall right onto the team fight. And that's Soul 4 Shien Samurai.
Alright, let's see what the Echo ult cooldown is. Right now, stop it. Obey me. It's a 48-second cooldown, and he doesn't have rank 3 yet. And he only has 20% CDR? Well,
yeah,
25.
I think when he gets maximum at 45 with 2 air clouds, it's gonna be around 20 seconds, I believe.
Yeah, 20 and change, I'd expect.
Yeah, 20 and change. So he is working towards it. I think he's going for another codex here. No, he just gets 2 tomes. That flat EP, you know, so good. So good.
Maybe Zanya's? I think you need 2 tomes for Zanya.
Yeah, you need 2 tomes for the arm guard, another tome for the codex, and then boom,
I thought it was 1 tome for the arm guard because it was 2 cloth armors.
Is it 2 cloth? I thought it was always 1 cloth.
It used to be 1 of each, but I think they added a second of something. Fizz has his Lich Bane now, and he's got his Zanya's. So, probably another catch on the Jarvan. Ansem goes in, but
looks like he will go down here. They're trying to survive and do damage. Jarvan's just taking so much damage.
These are phenomenal.
Goes down. Ansem with his, intake strategy goes 0-5, comes back 1-6-15.
He's just tanky enough.
Slattery gets away from the Fizz. Fizz cannot secure the kill, even landing everything on top of him. Great position here from Slattery, in my opinion. I feel like Slattery's positioning as an AD carry is really well done.
Yeah, he's been doing good at kiting where he needs to.
Especially the first game I casted him. In the first game.
Pantheon's pinging his ult. He's looking to ult into the pit to try to disrupt.
Here he comes! Just screams down, kills the center right away, immediately. Mega Barrage is also there. Past the zone himself. Zaya, kills the Syndra before the Syndra ult can kill him! And he just lives through it, and they're gonna take down the set here. Echo secures the kill on the Fizz.
Maybe not, no. Seth's got the Haymaker. He's doing it.
Oh my goodness, Seth.
This is a big face breaker.
So big. Sarah's Gauge comes in, and the face breaker comes in as well. Braum is just here, just trying to do as much as he can, but he can't do anything.
They just can't finish off the Juggernaut.
They can't. They can't. His passive just keeps him at half health all the time. Look at that regen, my god.
What is his health regen?
Oh, he got War Mags? Lift Six? This is the one beefy set. Koidi's just like, don't get it. Oh, man, get it. I think he's going for Guardian
LCS games and some other matches. I'm seeing more sets go tankier and have a little more success that way, as opposed to like really high damage.
All your damage is in Haymaker. You go that big. You're just there to take the damage. You're essentially playing like Leslie with Bind, right? That's all you are. You're just playing with Bind all day. Jarvan gonna come in with the steal! Oh!
Red team steals it! Fizz gets it!
Red team steals it! Fizz gets it! Because I thought this fight came down too early for the Jarvan, but no! Fizz gets a win. Playful Trickster. Oh my god, Mega Mirage trying to keep his team alive here. He's trying to invest. And
He's doing work, man.
He is doing work.
Alright, so it looks like it's not the Proto Belt. It's going to be the Hextech Gunblade out of Fizz.
Interesting. Interesting.
Ravenous Kumquats have invested very heavily in anti-heal. We have 2 Executioner's Callings on the Pantheon of Zaya.
Finally.
Do we think the Senna healing is really worth that much?
I believe so.
Seth's got the Stone Blade. He's real tanky.
That's what I wanted on the Jarvan. I wanted that second on Jarvan. I was trying to kill this Braum here, but Braum wall just negates damage here. I wanted Stoneplate second for Jarvan. That's in his lands on Jarvan though. Jarvan cannot get away. He misses the EQ though.
Braum will probably
sacrifice here as well. Oh, Zaya looks like she's gonna go down as well. There's no Blade Caller yet. She's about to go down. That goes down. Blade Caller comes in right as her death metal almost secures the kill on the Echo. Showstopper comes in. Beautiful haymakers. Oh, face breakers. Pans out to get closer, but Aegis lets him live. Can this the kid kill? He's right here, gonna pop him over, but he's pops him together with him. That's a big shutdown for the Fizz. Yeah,
1,000 gold. There's still 1,000 gold on that set.
Yeah. Oh. It's just, I don't know. Zaya has QSS.
I think she's looking to QSS like a hook or a Senna route, probably.
I think it's a Senna route, but also dissonance from.
And now she's building what I'm gonna assume is Blade of the Ruined King. There's a lot of like half item builds in this that I don't know if those are the best idea.
Oh, Spectre does note that or yeah, I don't think Hurricane will work on Senna, does it? I think it does.
What's that?
Hurricane?
I mean, it Senna can use it, yeah.
Yeah, I think it procs on all 3 if she hits 3 champions for it.
I mean, I think it would apply like Glacial to all 3.
Can Pantheon just ult out essentially? Oh, never mind.
No, he'll get.
Ooh, nice engagement though. He brings enough time by bringing him to the alcove. Syndra goes down to Fizz as they collapse really well on top of him. Set has his TP down. Braum's gonna go back again.
Yeah, he's caught out.
Getting his face broken in instead.
That looked like a miscommunication to me. Like, Pixel Breaker was like, alright guys, we got the Syndra, let's try to re-engage, I've got my
And then they just showed up too fast.
And the rest of his team wants to back out after the pin.
And some... pressing the wrong button. Oh, here comes the... Oh, not yet, that's a Blade Caller. He's gonna Blade Caller right here though. Is he gonna do it?
Echo flashed in to get that stun.
Nice face breaker from Koidi though. Lands on both Pantheon and Zaya. Oh, in the back line, Mega Barrage kills and incapsulates the Senna.
This is waiting for cooldown.
Jarvan's still alive! So is Zaya though. But everyone's going down to the dual combo. Mega Barrage is still alive, but gets face breakered in! Echo is
Can they? Yeah, they can 100 Elder here. That's nice.
The Syndra's there, so Zaya can't really come in and oh, they're gonna try it anyways. Right here, we're gonna see what they can do. They're gonna trade right here. Echo just believes Zaya. And Braum goes on. My goodness. This is a little hard to watch. Pixel Breaker has doubled the deaths of Ansons. When Anson was the one dying all the time in the beginning. Oh, how the tables have turned. Oh. Not at all. I like the Blade of the Ruined King here. Really nice answer to the set. He just built, straight hell.
True, that's a good point. Yeah, he doesn't really have that much armor. He's got Ninja Tabby. He's building what's probably a Spirit Visage.
I think Spirit Visage is a good idea here as well.
Yeah, Fizz is doing a lot of damage. You don't have it. Oh, that was
Why did
a.
he? Oh, he kind of misplayed that there. Oh, the Elder. Oh, it hurts to watch. It hurts to watch.
That's when you're like, this Sen is no threat. She's scared of me. I can use playful trickster for wave clear.
He sat there in front of him. He's just gonna tank the turret because he does not care.
Set'll just tank that up.
He's gonna take the next one too. He's just gonna eat them in the face.
Turret goes down in bot lane on the side of Shien Samurai, but I don't think it's gonna matter here.
I wonder if they're gonna change that, where Haymaker does not build off turret shots. Always a pause. We have DC.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was Cole Kane's side. All right, let's see what we got for. Oh, they're back. Death Stance on the Pantheon. I'm not sure I like this Pantheon build. I would have preferred to see Cleaver first, because you're into a tanky, bruisery type instead. And then by the time you finish that, you won't be able to really kill set anymore. So then build lethality and start ulting bot or mid. Because, what's Syndra going to do to get away? Nothing.
Yeah.
Jarvan's working on the GA. I would have preferred to see a Sterox or more tank here.
I don't think he's doing GA. I think he's doing Stoneblade.
Oh, that's fair. Until we see the next component, it could be
either.
Could be either.
But I feel like
all right, they are unpausing. Game is resuming.
Scaling is just so strong here.
They still got the Elder Braum. You got no place on that far up.
Oh, this is painful.
This should be a clean end on the part of. Oops, Jarvan gets caught.
Goes in, goes down to Elder. Mega Barrage goes into the boss. Gets that sentence, goes down to Elder. Pantheon is just there. Butterfly kills by
They're padding the stats a little. They will clean it up.
Elder's just breathing on their necks here as they finish up the game.
Alright, so what do we want to see next game out of Ravenous Kumquats? I liked the scoreline didn't reflect it, but I'm okay with the Jarvan.
Jarvan, I feel like it's good.
Yeah, he went 110, but there was a point where he was 1-3-11. He was having great engages, good picks on targets. They weren't ahead enough to confirm the kills, but he was doing what he needed to do on Jarvan. I'd like to see the unless you're going to ban Zet, it doesn't really seem like Roscoe, because of the matchup, Roscoe's not really going to win that. And so I'd like to see him either go something sort of equally juggernauty.
I feel
like Mord would have been okay then. Oh no, Mordekaiser was banned. Mordekaiser was. He could.
Yeah. They did pick the Fizz before the set was made, because I feel like if they didn't pick the Fizz right then and there for the Syndra, and they accounted for the set pick later, I think we would have had different mid laners.
Let me look at it. So Shien Samurai's banned Zac, Alawi, and Aphelios in the first rotation.
Yeah.
And then they picked Set in the second rotation and banned Mord at the same time. So, and the Pantheon was the last.
Yeah. We might. I want to see a different mid laner than Fizz. I feel like Fizz is great, but he did not have that much of an impact in this game.
He was killing a lot of people, but he doesn't have the team fight presence.
Yeah, I want a more team fight presence on the mid lane. I want to see. What? I want to see Tempest have a better map awareness and better positioning from mid to late.
They had a good pick on the Echo very early.
Yeah. Jarvan, I feel like Tempest's game is really great in the beginning, a little bit better in the middle, but afterwards he just kept getting caught over and over again, which led to the downfall of Kumquats here.
Better awareness of where Ward can be. He was getting hooked by
Ansem all the time. And he was the one getting caught, and like he can't get out because you EQ, he gets flayed. He tries to do it again a little later, he would get Syndra pushed, and then he would get shut. It would get locked down by Senna snare. So it's kind of hard for him to get out once he gets caught, and it's just really difficult for Jarvan to get out if you cannot EQ your way out.
And early on, it's a long enough cooldown that that's not always viable.
Yeah.
That is the peril of the warrior Jarvan. Like, you bring tremendous burst damage, but I feel when I play Vi or Rek'Sai that you're really not that tempted until you get to your. Jarvan's got a shield, but it scales off his max health, so it doesn't. When you just have warrior, it doesn't bring that much. You're almost a bit more of an assassin bruiser then, because you don't really have the ability to dive into three of them.
I'm just not. I feel like the Pantheon pick needs to be changed. The Xayah Braum is okay. The Jarvan's okay. I would like to see a mid lane change here for Ravenous Kumquats. And I want to see some ban changes. Maybe they'll ban a set this time, or maybe they'll ban something of Syndra.
Yeah, or have something that's a bit better.
Yeah. I don't know. They had really good early games here from Ravenous Kumquats, but they had a great pick on the Echo, but they lost the 2v2 from Senna to Thresh. You know, they gave a double kill early to Senna. Senna got a kill in the beginning of the invade, so she was 3-0 at the start. She had a great start as well.
Yeah, I think they're setting up for picks and bans for game 2. I'm not sure. All right, both teams are indicating they're ready, and they are starting the bans. Traditional fashion, if you haven't watched our game before, the teams will switch sides. So Ravenous Kumquats are now blue, and Shien Samurais are now red side. First Morgana ban, and that was one of their first bans last time. Zach out of Shien Samurais. I'd expect the Samurais to run the bans back. Often we see teams that win the first game, unless there's an adaptation to make run back the same bans, because if it isn't broke, you don't need to fix it.
Yeah.
Malzahar.
Malzahar is a good ban because I don't like playing against Malzahar. I think that's just a personal ban though. I don't know about it.
It must be. It's not a very high pick him, so I assume that it's a champion that Delta Terra is.
Nice change in the set ban. I like it. It's better.
I like that. That was in place of the Nautilus ban, and I think
I feel like that's better. Yeah.
You saw how effective Ansem's Thresh was, and Nautilus is a very strong laner, but it's kind of like last season our support was known for. And while we did occasionally draw bans, a lot of teams kind of figured out that, like, a lot of hook champs are kind of the same, and they have an answer that they're going to pick it.
Oh, they're going to pick it instead. I like it.
I like it. More agency in lane.
Yeah, I feel like Pixel Breaker wanted to go in all the time, and you can't really go in with Braum, you know?
Yeah. So Cole Kane is actually one of the bench players for Ravenous, not their primary ADC, which is nice. But he showed that he very, very strong performance. So I like putting Pixel Breaker on a champ that sets Cole Kane up for success. Because like Braum is not usually going to win. He's going to stop you from losing, but he can't make the aggressive plays that you kind of want if you have a really strong ADC. Olaf out of Shien Samurais, that was, I believe, it was banned in round 2 by Ravenous Kumquats. And it is one of the Samurai's more favorite junglers on Butterfree, so it makes sense that they're like, we want to get ahead of that, we'll pick it right now.
I'm surprised that Shien Samurai still bans the Aphelios. I thought they were going to pick the Aphelios for themselves. The Slider does like playing Aphelios as well.
Maybe they're not 200 IQ enough.
Yeah, he still gets the great positional AD carry, Senna. Aphelios is positional AD carry.
I like this ban.
Best trait is positional AD carry.
I really like this out of Ravenous Kumquats. This is tremendous amount of team fighting there. Like Nautilus and Caitlyn, really strong. Nautilus is a lane bully. His CC easily sets up the Caitlyn trap. Caitlyn's a lane bully. They set up their bot lane to succeed. Nautilus and Sejuani collectively provide a huge CC.
What? Tom Kent?
I think that makes sense. If Nautilus ults the Senna, Nautilus goes in for the hook, Tom Kent can try to bail them out.
Yeah.
Olaf is going to be immune to that CC, but Ravenous Kumquats kind of say, we were a little too defensive, our engage was awkward because it was Jarvan last time, squishy, we're going to pick 2 tanks that just get to start fights whenever they want.
Or stall them. Because even if you try to get a pick on someone, Ansem can come in and save them, right?
Yes.
More
I
times
haven't
than
seen Tomcat, so.
I haven't seen it either, so it'll be a treat. I haven't seen much Tomcat in any of these games, honestly. Not many teams do play Tomcat.
He's really a very
on the bench.
Yeah. They decide to unclog the frog, unroll the tadpole.
Taliban, though. I don't think I see Dr. Terra playing Akali at all, in my opinion. I don't think he's that type of player. But Koidi does play Akali, so I guess it's for him instead. Syndra again, strong.
Again, blind though.
Strong. I feel like that's what Delta Terra's trait is, that, even if you blind it, he's still fine.
That's true. He had a bit of a rough start, but came back, brought the team fight utility, did mage things.
I think that's how he likes to play. Delta Terra likes to play the more utility type mages, or likes to go to a more utility route. I should say, with his items. They're going Hex Tech first on Syndra. It's not original. Ooh, is this Tarek? Jungle?
Tarek mid? Is that perhaps a mispick?
Is that a mispick?
They picked Renekton Fizz, they said.
Renekton Fizz, okay.
Alright. Fizz is less fabulous than Tarek.
I wanted to see the Tarek top. Tarek top is, terrifying.
So they run the Fizz back. I think it's okay. Like, it was winning lane versus the Cinder early. The early Sharks were very effective at getting kills. And Renekton's a pretty solid line pick. I was wondering if it was going to be the Aatrox. Kled is a very good Aatrox counter because it is built in our Grievous Wounds on the Bear Trap on the rope. And so it's very... Yeah, so not only does it apply Grievous Wounds when you gank the person, it's 60% healing reduction, not 40%.
Oh my god.
So against healing dependent champion, Kled is very strong. It's also, that was the same patch that they gave Katarina's ult 60% Grievous Wounds, and they gave Renekton Empowered W and Blitzcrank ult shield breaking. They remove shields and then do damage.
Oh yeah, I forgot it does that.
Now, it's not going to be hugely useful in this game because only Tom Kench is going to have a shield. And to be honest, if he's low enough to get a big shield for Renekton to then block, he's probably going down to Crockett.
True.
But this game, we really need anti-heal out of Ravenous. Fizz needs Morello, probably Thornmails on the tanks. I'd prefer Thornmail on Renekton over Executioner's Calling. Personally, because I don't like to build Mortal Reminder on Bruisers and Juggernauts, because it doesn't give a massive amount of raw damage, and it doesn't give you any durability, which Bruisers really need. But we've got Aatrox healing, Tom Kench healing, Olaf healing, Senna healing. There's a lot of sustain on Prime.
I feel like you would just never build Mortal Reminder at all if you're going that route. You just keep Executions until you get to your last item, and then just swap it for Bramble, if you really want to do it like that.
Maybe. I would... Renekton's got enough damage that he can probably afford to go for, like, the Cleaver first. But first item Bramble, and then you sit on that as you work on other items, is also pretty.
I feel like that's good into Aatrox here.
Yeah, it gives you 35 armor, which will cut his damage significantly, reduce his healing, reflects a little damage.
Gives that Grievous Wounds.
I want Pixel Breaker to take Ignite, though, this game.
I think I heard of...
Oh, there was
no ban here.
I thought I heard it was possibly
I thought I heard
Ros-
disconnect.
yeah, possibly Roscoe
Yeah.
disconnected. But in any case, both teams know what the bans were, so even though they didn't ban the Morgana, it shouldn't
So
matter.
yeah, the game should be able to. Oh, the game should be able to go through if Roscoe did disconnect. I think, but it's fine. I think he's
He
good.
just banned, so he should be
Yeah.
fine. Probably was asleep at the switch.
Maybe he just glitched out. Just for a second. Alright, $7, come on. So now it's Caitlyn, is always good. Center Tom Kench, I'm not a big fan of in my opinion, but it's really good against Morales. I feel like Tom Kench.
Like, there's a lot of long range engage on Ravenous
Yeah.
Kumquats. They've got Tijuani ult, Fizz ult, Nautilus hook and ult, which is good because Renekton is not as great as an engaged champion. You really have to like double dash in, done. They've also got better side lane. The Pantheon pick, excuse me, in the last game was in kind of a situation where if he wasn't winning lane and rotating, he wasn't really doing much. But Renekton is a strong laner, strong into, will do fine into Aatrox, and then he can become that late game split, or just that side lane threat that Aatrox will also.
Yeah, I like the Renekton choose a lot. I wanted to see more team fighting in later, but I don't know if that fits in with Mega Virage's champion pool.
Shien Samurai's note also, again, this game don't have great engage. Last game they made it work because they had some hooks from fire, but Tom Kench Tongue Lash is not as good of an engage. Olaf can kind of run in there with the Undertow and Ragnarok ult, but I feel like again they're kind of fishing for Syndra Stun or a Senna Root or maybe an Aatrox pull.
Ooh, that Aatrox pool is gonna be real hard.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Seconds until minions spawn.
Hello? Okay. Test 1 2 1 2. We're at 50 seconds. 51, 52, 53. Alrighty then. Welcome back, everyone. We took a little break during the delay here as we get the game. Looks like it's gonna be kind of standard. I don't know if these Kumquats here are gonna continue their invade. They're just stopping in the river here. Without, oh, looks like they are gonna go for it. Here they go. No, it's gonna waddle his way in here. He's gonna land the dreadline on the top catch here. Snares him down. Looks like they're gonna confirm it. He's gonna commit to this guy. Is stunned up. Continue on over. Aftershock goes down, but it looks like he doesn't go down. Ooh, nice blast gun to kind of separate them a little bit. Looks like all this free damage. Oh no, it's missing the dreadline on terrain though. He does not move forward. Like beautiful axe here, so he gets picked up and thrown again. Oh, this is not good. Sejuani goes down. Pixel Breaker looks like he's gonna go down here and get a little axe. Oh, double kill on the Olaf here. And we're gonna pause. We're gonna reconnect some discords. I think Phoenix is to be reconnected here. My co-caster is probably not here yet.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Oh, now we can hear him.
Oh, I was narrating this whole invade. I was doing it solo. I'm like, the show must go on.
Oh my gosh. We couldn't hear each other the whole time. Tyler had to disconnect, I had to rejoin, disconnect, and then you had to rejoin, disconnect.
It looks like the teams are both reconnected due to similar comms issues.
I think Discord is just having a little moment here.
See, I feel like this is a moment where, like, when your invade goes wrong and you get first blooded, you're like, guys, I can't hear you. I'll have to disconnect from Discord. Kind of like the thing, you know, where you make the static sounds into the phone when there's someone you want to talk to. You're like, I'm going into a tunnel. Sorry, I might lose you here.
You're breaking up with me.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, let me just slither on out of here. What's the opposite of sliding into someone's DM?
Getting ghosted. He just ghosted his teams.
Alright, so the two teams may need to, maybe, it looks like they're still in the process. So, both Tempest and Pixel Breaker burned their flashes. Caitlyn burned her heal. We have 3 flashes and an exhaust down on the part of Shien Samurai. But I think most importantly is that the 2 kills went to Olaf, which Olaf's very much an early game champ. He's one of the best 1v1 duelists in the game, at least at early levels due to the amount of attack speed and lifesteal he gets. But he also falls off pretty hard because he doesn't have an engage. The only way to get on the carries without flashing. Speed boost. He doesn't have an insane amount of burst damage. It's hard to peel him, but he tends to get kited and chipped down. And so giving him that early lead, like he's got 761 gold. He will easily have, I would guess, either Warrior or Cinder, Bandy Cinder on his first back. And be well ahead of the Sejuani.
Oh man. Well, it looks like we're getting Discord situated here. It did look like it got a hiccup like me having one right there. But we're We're still trying to figure out some technical difficulties. It's a good thing I'm not working, or else I would be helping them. Because that is my career. I'm gonna bring that home. So rough start. 0-2, 2 kills only. Olaf starting with 761 gold before he even takes his first buff. I don't feel pretty good. No. That's like a free boost and second jungle item, starting item. It's like money. That's tons of money. Is Butterfield
What
going
runes
to
did he take?
Oh, he did take Nimbus Cloak. That's my man.
I did see the Nimbus Cloak pop off after Flash.
That's my man. Yo, Nimbus Cloak is a sleeper, I feel like. It's so good.
It's really good on junglers because Smite procs it.
Yeah. But I feel like this is good. I don't know. I like it. I like to run Ghost as much as I can, so I try to run it with Ghost.
That's true. I don't find it as much use in top lane because I'm usually taking teleport, and sometimes it's going to be useful coming out of teleport, and sometimes not.
Yeah.
And I'm not always going to be using my flash in a way that really benefits from Nimbus Cloak. I was wondering if he took magical footwear, but it's pretty uncommon.
Yeah, I don't think you want to on Olaf here.
He also notably has 2 stacks of Legend Alacrity. He's at 6% bonus attack speed instead of the normal start at 3%.
Yeah, those 2 kills, man. What can you say? If he had 5, he would have gotten like what? What is it? 15% attack speed?
No, you get 1.5 for each stack.
Oh, 3 and then 1.5.
So it would have been 7.5, but I don't know if every rank up is equal and how much.
I think it is because it says gain 3% attack speed plus an additional 1.5 for every stack.
Well, I mean,
So
in terms of progress, does the first rank up require the same amount of kill progress as like the last rank up, or does the last rank up require more? I don't know.
I think it's the same. It's just assists or it says enemy champion takedown, epic monster takedown, or large monster kill and minion killer.
Yes.
Oh, the progress. Okay. Yeah, he's at 0% right now, so.
I think a kill basically.
Yeah. So he had 5 kills. He would have gotten what? 5, 7.5 plus 3, 10%. 10.5. Just doing math here. I can't even move the mini map. This sucks. I'm just stuck here. Oh, oy vey. Is everyone still good? Okay, so
I can't even look at the top lane matchup.
Yeah, you can't move around the minimap. It's
just looking at Tom.
Looking at Tom. He's just chilling.
What's that skin called?
That's the Coin Emperor one. The 5.
No, it's the Earth skin.
Oh, it's the Earth one. Oh yeah, he has a little. The
minigun in the spatula.
Yeah, he has a little what is that called? The reef on his head.
Yeah, it's not just Earth. I don't think.
I think it's like it's one. It's that it's that skin line with the
It came out with Meowkai. No, it came out with Meowkai, Draven, and definitely not Vel'Koz.
Oh, so it was like one of the April Fool's skins.
Yeah, it was an April Fool's skin.
Yeah. Well, Earth is those lines comes out April Fool. I love the April Fool line skin. I have Draven. It's so funny. It's just comical. Big head.
Were you
Draven.
around for Draven Day?
Oh, I don't think so.
that was so. I don't remember what they'd done for April Fools the year before. I don't think it was first. But for one April Fool's, they did Draven Day, and that's when the skin came out, where basically they took all champions and jungle monsters and they just put like a static image of Draven over their face. And it's like everyone is Draven now. And like it was kind of funny on monsters to see like Buff have Draven's face, but it didn't look very good on champions because you just had this like static image of Draven like really haphazardly pasted over where your character's face was. And it didn't move with you when you moved. Like so I remember playing Poppy, and like when I was walking down towards the camera, it looked okay. But when I was walking away, it looked kind of like The Exorcist. Like Draven's head was on Poppy's shoulder and it just swiveled around like an owl. So it was kind of creepy. And it only lasted for like a day or two because there was so much backlash that they got rid of it. And they're like, hey, we thought it'd be really funny. And everyone was just like, it's not funny.
It's like, I'm going to see this in my nightmares.
I think if they put it on just like the monsters and minions, it could have been funny. I think.
I feel like if they just did that, that'd been good.
Were you around for the advanced AI bot, April Fool's?
Doombots?
No, not Doombots.
Not Doombots. Oh no.
It was.
I don't think so.
I think it was the year after that because I remember thinking it was a lot better. Where they were like, "Hey, we're testing a new advanced AI system with advanced bots. So we've replaced the normal games with it." And we want you to let us know. Now, these bots are very advanced and are designed to replicate human behavior, so they may do unconventional things. They may flash mastery, they may make very questionable plays. And it was actually just normal games, but it replaced all of the enemy team champions' names with X bot. So, like, if you were up against a Yasuo, it would say Yasuo bot. If you were up against, a Sona, it would say Sona bot. And it turned off all chat. So you couldn't talk to their team, and their team would only give you like canned bot messages. So it was acting like you were playing against bots, even though you were playing normal game. So that I thought was pretty funny.
Oh, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a fun little gag. It's kind of like how during the cats and dogs event, if you tried to type stuff in all chat, it would just turn into like meows and woofs. All right, we are back in the game. Sounds like Discord has hopefully been resolved.
And we are back.
So the question is, who's going to go to lane and who's going to lead?
I said they're just going to stay there and do a little bit of a regular leash here.
Shien and Samurai are leashing, so they're going to lose some minions here. Kate should...
He's going to go right to the lane.
Yeah. See, it is rough to not have Alicia Sedge, but she'll probably be able to clear it. So, probably need.
Nice. Harass here from Roscoe.
Just
nice dredge line here on Slattery though. Almost lands the cupcake, but cupcake's not taking it from somewhere.
Cupcake did start.
Now lands the cupcake. Sorry, just walks right back into it instead. Puts another one down. Tom Ken smiles and all this. Lands down the root. Oh, does not have flash. Eats another cupcake again though, but Ansem done much work on the
no
Tom
flash. Didn't have hook. That's just rough.
It's rough indeed.
Syndra's out of mana here, but she does have TP. I was remarking during my solo cast that she took the unsealed spellbook this time and not phase.
Oh, she did. Interesting. She went for biscuits as well. Cosmic Insight, okay. And some boots. 3 booties.
Top lane looks about even. It's pushed towards Aatrox. We're next into something of a health lead. But that's not really surprising. Aatrox mostly needs to interact with the enemy laner. Oh, this is very dangerous for Sedge. You gotta get out of here, man.
So Johnny...
Does he have the dash?
He's gonna get out. She's fine.
That's
bot
a
lane,
long cooldown Arctic Salt, man.
Samurai's bot lane takes the bottom crab too, so... I like it when laners gets the other crab while you get the other one instead of you trying to lose your way you're over there. I'd rather just give it to a laner because it's much more efficient to me.
If I can't get it, sure. I mean, getting both, getting double crabs is real nice, but especially when you are a lane that has the ability to grab, it's really
Yeah. Cause like if you're in a great position lane wise, right? I would rather want you to go get crab because that means this crab comes back up faster for both of us.
And it's like 80 gold or 100.
Yeah. It's like 80 to 100 gold. I think in the beginning it's like 27. Axe misses. Just lands a thunder. Brings down the thunder on him. Drag is Olaf getting such a soul here. Roscoe almost kills Quiddy. Kills Quiddy with the flash Q. Nice call to Meek. Lands it. And Olaf is gonna choose to solo the drag here. I knew he was gonna solo drag because early drag is just so free.
Pushing him off it.
Yeah.
He doesn't have his CC immunity yet, so she could lock him down. And I think Olaf's a jungler who tends to get very low during this clear because he relies on the extra attack speed to clear quickly. And so to solo Dragon at this point, even with both buffs, would have required him to get his day pretty low. And it would have been not that hard for Sedge to walk in, bop him with the Q, and then just have Dragon come off.
I would just have the box and done it. No fear. No fear.
Caitlyn has 3 Doran plays compared to the longsword on Senna. So even with the assist lead on Slattery, this I'd say right now the lane's in Caitlyn's control because she's just going to do more damage.
I love it. I love it when people start just buy more of the starting items. Just buy more blades, buy more rings. Who cares?
See, I'm never sure when going Doran for the top. Oh. Cinder goes in. That's an unsealed spellbook goes. Caitlyn flashes out. Good trap. Dodges the stun.
TB comes in from Rekton though. Rekton does have ultimate, so he comes in with the nice flash on the minions. Right in between lands
getting a lot of damage off.
Pull the Meek though. Go
roll out of range.
Just for Riptide. Oh, missed the dredge line for the re-engage. Riptide goes out again. Caitlyn's just doing damn. Oh, lands on the trap! Look at me! By the time Kissy gets a save, the quality goes down!
Ansem gives his life for his ADC.
As always.
Olaf's coming down bot. Syndra's got her ult. Oh.
Ooh, misses the ultimate.
Butterfield's out here. He does not have his CC immunity yet. He's gonna be
he's gonna flash away and doesn't get away for free.
Flash stun.
Oh, nice!
Very good
Piltover, Peacemaker from Cocaine.
Excellent collapse out of Ravenous Kumquats. They were gonna clear the ward out and I assume get the dragon.
Yeah, after Roscoe solo killed Quiddy TP'd up to top lane. And taking that advantage, Roscoe decided to TP down, going back to his turret so he doesn't get CC'd out of it. And it just was the start of the beginning right there for Kumquats. Now they are in the same position that...
almost grab Ansem there.
Yeah. Same position that Samurai was in last time, where Samurai was the first one to TP down in lane with their top lane. Now it's on the other side.
So our next dragon is going to be Infernal. So I'm going to guess Earth Drag.
I'm going to guess Ocean.
See, I'm going to go with Earth Drag because there's 3 frontliners on each team that Earth Drag is great for.
I'm going to go Ocean because of the healing on red side team.
Alright.
And there's some nice healing on Renekton. And that's about it. That's about it. I feel like if one team has... I feel like the worst soul to go against is Ocean Soul.
Ocean Soul is really bad because it's so much healing that you don't see, especially because it works off minions. I'd say I'm liking Roscoe a lot more on the Renekton. He seems a lot more comfortable. Got a solo kill in lane, made an impactful TP to bot side. He's working on the Black Cleaver. Like, just...
Look at that. Look at that beautiful skill play on this
Yeah.
one.
That's that kind of quick combo you want. He
Just
seems a lot more comfortable when he's more of the bruiser frontliner, where he's just got to, run to the middle of the enemy team, be a big croc, do a bunch of AoE damage. Call it. Both top laners have their ults now, so those are both have the all-in potential if they want to use it. Olaf's hanging around top side. This is the break time to be top side if you're going to be top as a jungler, because Dragon's down. And you can't really afford to be top for too long when Dragon's top.
Oh, nice stun on the Caitlyn. CC chain does land on top of her, and she will go down here by the ultimate.
It's a good net, but she does not have flash.
I think the exhaust was a bit of a misplay on the Senna. He should have exhausted the Syndra and probably would have lived through that.
Or at least bought her enough time to maybe try to kite back.
Yeah, should have exhausted way at the start, I feel like.
Olaf's going to be doing the Herald.
I think that's the problem with a lot of people is that they like to save the summoners as much as they can to do like the clutch plays, but if you're going like an exhaust, you just do it at the start.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Like
if you're gonna flash away, just flash. You know? Stop trying to go for the fancy outplay, just do it. Piercing darkness on the turret. Ugh, I hate that interaction.
I'm not a fan of it either. I don't know why it's allowed to ult the tower.
Yeah, I don't know why you can pierce darkness wards, you know? That's just not right. But, you know. I'll never see the lore bot lane of Lucian Senna. Where is that interaction, you know? Why can't we see that?
Because Lucian's not that great as an ADC right now, and Senna is.
Oh, don't say it isn't so! Will Lucian be the support instead? Can we see support Lucian?
AP Lucian. Does it all still scale off AP?
The W does.
Okay. You know, I used to have visions of playing AP Fiora and one-shotting people with the riposte, because it has 100% AP scaling. But the thing is, I'm not that good at Fiora even when I'm playing AD, so like...
Oh, I love playing Fiora. Let me try that out, actually. If I get Fiora in Earth, I'm gonna do it.
Oh yeah, Earth Fiora I think it'd be worth doing.
Yeah, just spam it. Oh, nice carrot trick. The cleanse doesn't get it off of you, though.
Dodges the stun.
It's the stun, but he'll see the
Does he have a tower time?
Mega Mirage did have flash. It's little friend left. I guess he just didn't want to waste the flash.
Big gang bot side.
On Butterfilo. This is an accident. It will secure the kill on Nautilus, most likely.
He at least by time for Caitlyn to get out. I think it was good that he ulted the Senna. A lot of people...
Ooh, Herald drops down bot lane as well. Sejuani is here, though.
A lot of people's reflex would have been to ult the Olaf. There's no point.
As much as, ooh, nice plating for all of them. Looks like he's still gonna go down. As much as Roscoe is harassing Quady here, Quady doesn't have the CS lead. And
yeah, though some of that was due to...
Ooh, nice ultimate on the Senna. TP from bot lane from Roscoe, though. Gonna follow up. Senna flash followed up by Roscoe. Caitlyn and Sejuani are right on top of Butterfilo, though. Aatrox comes in, ult down. Boy, can he do anything? Oh, beautiful Q on the Sejuani, though.
Get the stun off.
Keeps killing down here as he just whacking away in between the fights. Oh my goodness, I can't believe Butterfilo is still alive. He came back in and was like, let me just, come in here as well. And just joined Quady on the rampage, and he just makes it out with murder.
I'm amazed no one on Shien Samurais went down that game. But
I know, that's what I'm saying.
See, that's why they needed the anti-heal. Like, Fizz's Ignite is down, he used it on the Syndra. And so without it, they don't have any way to cut the Olaf healing. And
yeah, because if Olaf can just keep hitting, he just keeps healing. Right?
His Vicious Strikes, Lifesteal, and Conquer, like, he just auto-attacks his way through it. Aatrox gets really low, but also doesn't go down. And it is Water or Soul.
Oh, I told you, dude, I'm a genius. I'm a genius, dude. just know these drags. Even though I don't play this game as much lately, but I just know the drags. I just look at the team cops, I'm like, alright, I feel like the game's gonna go water. Boom. Because I feel like the only time I see Cloud is if one team, at least one team, has really good poke. That's the only time I see Cloud. I mean, Earth Drag, Soul. Is when one team has good poke. Because that gives a counter for the other team. But if the other team, if the poking team gets it, then it's just like, you can't do anything about that. This is the Dredge line. Lands a stun on the Caitlyn. Follows up. Go. Oh, nice exhaust to keep him alive though. Kumquats is just gonna try to lick them away. Oh, nice.
Syndra's not pulling aggro though.
Oh, I know, because Syndra, Delta Terra positions himself really well. Piercing Darkness goes down. Delta Terra does a little bit of a stutter step, but gets a little turret shot, but definitely gets it out. Oh man. Cole Kane's positioning is rough this game. Such beautiful skill shots here on Delta Terra. He does, you know, second game with a champion. Obviously has better practice this time. You know, it's just beautiful. You know, even after the nerfs, right, to Senna, that will be coming with this new patch, I feel like she'll still be played as main carry.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, because even though it goes down to like what 1% or something like that,
1.67.
Right?
Like
Yeah.
ADC Senna isn't getting that many souls from
It's
from
not that.
cannons anyway.
Yeah, it's not that. Anyways, it's not that she kills the cannon. She doesn't kill the cannon if the support kills it, right?
Yeah. Well, if the support has like a relic shield, then it won't. It won't.
Oh, it
give
doesn't work that way.
No, it counts as her
Just
killing it.
I was gonna say that's kind of like a loophole, you know. Beautiful.
Arcane Blade is a little bit off,
but doesn't follow up. Oh,
very low on Ravenous Kumquats side, but they do manage to get a 1-for-1 trade and get out. I think they'll lose the tower though.
They will definitely lose this tower here. Big shame.
I feel like a lot of these fights are being decided by top lane rotations, and Renekton was sitting in lane, pushing the wave. He'll get good damage on the tower, but he won't finish it off. One thing I think doesn't get enough attention for the amount of work put into it is the tower destruction animations. Seeing them kind of slowly fall apart as they take damage is pretty cool.
Yeah, I like them a lot. I think they're pretty cool.
Second, Rift Herald going to Olaf though, so they're going to see more towers destroyed.
Alrighty. Trying to engage here on the Kench, but just waddles his fat butt out of there. You know, like, what are you guys gonna do?
Olaf has finished his Cleaver and Warrior, so he's doing a ton of damage. And Sej just has Cinderhulk and the start of a second item.
So Roscoe opted for the Chain Vest with his Tabby.
Yeah, that could be Dead Man's, which wouldn't be terrible.
Wouldn't be
But
terrible.
I would have preferred the Thorn.
Double gank here.
They don't have any anti-heal. Renekton can out-heal it. But his ult will time out, and then he'll be picked off.
Nice.
The CC chain is too strong.
It was a little scary. Looks like Pixel Bracer is about to get broken in. Second Herald for Samurais here as they get another turret with it. The gold lead is now 5,000 for Samurais. Nice
Anthem
blast from the
has-
side. Dredgeline goes in, but hits the wall. Now he has to flash out. Oh, regrettable Dredgeline.
See, one thing I'm looking at is the ward coverage is really good for Shien and Samurais. Much of the jungle and entrances thereof, well, Ravenous Kumquats are warded up. Like they're walking over wards all the time.
Ooh, nice
Oh, they
ult!
got the
On the
Syndra,
Syndra!
but
The Syndra gets eaten by the Kumquats. The shield comes down. Both of those ultimate lands on the Syndra though. This definitely is gonna.
The exhaust is very good.
Exhaust goes down.
Syndra lives through the ignite.
For him, yeah. And Syndra was also exhausted in that fight. Oof, just rough. Kane's gonna ult the Olaf, does like take the damage. Aatrox is coming from down below though, gonna kill Pixel Breaker and spend his ultimate. Roscoe looks like he's gonna go down, but heals up with Cole the Meek. Oh, Ansem eats Olaf just to get his cooldown back up. Ansem saving the day where the time gets, but goes down because that's the end of his flash, but doesn't get away from the swing. The thunder comes down and you can't dodge it, Tempest.
They just don't have any way to. They just don't have a way to kill the Olaf. It looks like Renekton's working on what do you call it? On Stone Plate, and I don't think that's the right call here. Oh,
I don't.
Kane, you're in the wrong spot. You're in the wrong spot, man.
Cole. Can they kill the Olaf though? No, because Aatrox just come to the wall instead. Say hello.
I think the Stone Plate was good when Coit had it on set, because Set's doing a lot of true damage, which isn't affected by the damage reduction of the Stone Plate. But you're not doing true damage on Renekton. You're all physical, and you don't even have like big percent damage. You're really, it's a lot of flat damage, and so you're gonna lose a lot of that with Stone Plate. You've already got tanks on your team, so it's not like you have to be this main frontliner. I would have much rather seen Thornmail. It's gonna do a lot more for you against the most fed members of the enemy team. It's going to cut all the healing, reduce attack speed.
I would also want to this. I feel like I said, you know, Roscoe's itemization is the best these games. I feel like.
Yeah, I think that's something.
Could definitely be tweaked going forward.
When they look back at this game, I think that some of the itemization choices, Fizz again doing the 4 half items.
Oh, why? Nice catch here on Syndra.
And flash away from the Sejuani.
But still get Dredgeline, doesn't matter. That was max range Dredgeline there. Kumquats gonna come in by himself and just kind of walk around.
That's a good pick. Sej gets a small shutdown, which he could really use.
Yeah, Roscoe's here as well. Aatrox's gonna try to flank in from the blue side, but never mind, he's gonna go for his top turrets instead.
Coit's split pushing for that turret.
Yeah.
But he's got to run. He's being collapsed on.
It might collapse on him in time, but it doesn't look like it.
Does Fizz have ult? He does, but they choose not to.
So Roscoe is just gonna try to kill himself.
Pixel Breaker and Renekton
instead. Ultimate goes down right after Kumquats.
Oh yeah, you gotta get out of there, man.
Still lands the hook.
That should be a kill on Syndra. Yep.
Goes down, kills Spidery as always. Pixel Breaker's
in the middle of all of them.
Syndra teleports in from the spellbook, and Roscoe goes. Oh, not spellbook.
And their tanks are just jumped on.
Just gonna jump down as well. Fizz, nice. Tries to dodge as much as he can, but he cannot get away from everything.
And they're looking at Baron. Normally, having your ADC down is an issue for doing Baron, but as a lot of casters noted, Senna's DPS on Baron is pretty poor. So, she's really not going, they're not much slower than they would be without her, and Aatrox and Olaf are going to do more than enough damage to kill this.
Yeah, this, Olaf is 10-1.
He's working on, what do you call it, Righteous Glory. He may already have it. He's got Righteous Glory. He's going to be extremely hard to run from once he comes back with this.
This Olaf is a god himself. He will put
Righteous.
down the thunder.
And what is his next? Got 750. Might be waiting for 800, maybe for a kill gem. I think just a Ruby quick.
The next time objective is up in about a minute and a half, so you're probably just gonna push for maybe top tower, top tower, bot tower.
Is that a cloth armor? I am really invested. He decided to go cloth armor and elixir of iron.
Elixir of iron is a good choice. Good choice.
Yeah, he doesn't have any MR, but Sej is not the huge threat, and he's not mostly concerned about the Fizz, because Fizz is trying to get Syndra.
Yeah, Fizz is not gonna hit him, right?
Yeah,
so
like, Fizz is auto attack and lifesteal through it. Fizz does have the hourglass. Cocaine potentially
Cocaine is gonna be walking up.
That slow is really strong.
still goes down. Pixel Breaker tries to make some distance and try to bodyguard them, but no, goes down instead. Ansem is just wilding his way to victory.
Ansem just sees blood and he pulls the trigger.
Yeah. He's just like, I want this. This is fine. Thank you. Fizz gets stunned, gets licked, gets away. Nope, does not get away. They just have so much health on Samurai's team that they can just walk up that far. And Butterfield just scaling with all this healing. He himself can give himself as well as Slider's piercing darkness gives him as it shows him light. Okay, gets caught with a splash heal right there. Beautiful ultimate from
Fizz in the middle of them waiting for the dodge.
Fizz looks like they're gonna go down here with an axe right there. Beautiful team fight from Samurai as they definitely clean up here. Is Roscoe gonna do the ultimate 1v5? This is a no, and that's GG basically.
They're just all of
ooh, hit him, Aatrox, get him, Koi. And it looks like that's game.
Yeah, that should be game. So that was, I think, a very commanding performance from Shien and Samurai. Really strong bot lane. The top lane, I think, went a lot better this game for Ravenous Kumquats, but I feel like some of their comms could probably be a little improved. They need a little more communication on when they're going in and when they're not. I think Pixel Breaker wasn't always on the same page as to whether the team was backing out or whether they were looking to engage. You often kind of engaged probably when the enemy team was a little far. All right. So Ansem has told me that we should ask for Butterfreelo for the interview with the casters because, quote, he threatened me.
What was that?
Ansem has said that...
The last part. This is the last part.
He said that he threatened Ansem that he'd need to find a new jungler.
Oh. What?
I don't know, but let's see if we can get a Butterfreelo in this.
So let's see if the post the game.
Yep. Hey, so we heard there were some threats being issued.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Congratulations on your win. You guys looked really great. What was your plan going into this match? Because on the record, both teams were 3-1. How did you look at their previous games, decide on what you were going to play going in?
Well, we kind of looked at, excuse me, mainly. He was going to play something tankier. So, ultimately, we knew they were going to play around their jungle mid. So if we could either outplay or shut them down, that would kind of work out best. Even though I entered the first game directly into their team by flashing into what I thought was my stun.
True.
But and then we just kind of played to get me back into it, which it ended up working out because he didn't really take advantage of his lead. Where like in the second game, I turned out to be the one that got the lead with 2 kills.
Mm-hmm.
Where we kind of rolled it from there just because of the advantage taking. But it was more of I feel like we kind of won in champ select, even though the first game was. I think they had a better team fight, but ultimately we just got so far ahead and it just got a little out of control.
Yeah, we noted in during draft that the team fights were often pretty good around, but you guys were just able to consistently press your advantage. Ansem bringing a lot of the aggression with the thresh hooks, and not giving them a moment to really try to farm back into it or catch up.
Yeah, Ansem there was definitely a point where we were making jokes about which support was going to go deeper or try to int as hard, but Ansem he definitely made so many picks that made it possible to get like a good a stun or like a good set ult.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it came down the first game especially came down to probably Ansem's skill shots because there's definitely a few here and there that we're definitely gonna talk about, but he definitely made a lot more plays than we typically would make fun of him for. Just big hooks all day.
Big hooks all day.
All day. I love it.
See, so I'm looking at so you banned the Aphelios both games. Was that because you didn't want to play against it? You didn't want to play with it? Just because he's got 5 guns and that's intimidating?
I think it was more we just didn't want it in the game. I don't really do much with the bans. I kind of let Anson do his thing with that, but it sounded like we just didn't really want it in the game. And Aphelios gets kind of out of control if you let it.
Mm-hmm.
Where I'd rather, I guess I would rather make them earn their win than play like a champion. Where we kind of did that with Set. Set's gonna take a couple hours. Or like nerfed, I mean.
Yeah, you got like 12 hours maybe. I think they deploy the patch at midday.
Yeah, I mean he played Set very well in the top lane,
Mm-hmm.
but when I think about banning in these leagues, I would if somebody plays like an easy champion or plays like somebody who's kind of broken, I'd rather just take that away so they kind of got to earn their win a little bit hard.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of the people though in the league in all divisions have not really picked up Aphelios though. So
We've played against it once. My Team Tempest has.
is just you let it through or you banned it that second game?
We let it through, but that was because we didn't know that we didn't expect their 80.
Oh, okay. Did you win that?
We did actually.
Okay, then we're fine.
It was tough. The Aphelios is tough to deal with when he gets rolling.
Yeah.
Well, especially with the team fights, if Aphelios gets like an alt with the gravity gun.
Mm-hmm. Just that big AoE route.
Yeah, and all of you are stunned. Where I mean, there's a lot that have good alts like that, but I mean, I wouldn't want to do where you can talk about where that's going to happen because there's definitely choke points that they're going to find us in.
Mm-hmm.
Where I feel like most of our team fights turned into like they were so elongated that we would be able to pick them out like one at a time, where I could just run at one of the guys in the back line, or have Ansem snag somebody with his bite.
You were living a long time in a lot of these skirmishes with Olaf, and that's how you extended your lead even further. And it was just amazing to see you still alive at the end. You just like keep whacking at him and just keep fighting him. You're just like, I'm still alive at the end. You know, I just pick up a few kills here, come out, all bloody, but I'm okay.
I just kept whacking and whacking, and it somehow worked.
I think that Olaf should get nerfed, to be honest. Like, because when I get low health, I get attack speed, and I'm like, I'm just healing for so much that it just gets kind of out of hand. Like, I played Olaf one other time, and it was a similar outcome, and not like I didn't play my best games, but it's still 11-1. At the end of the day, I think it's a champion more or less.
Yeah, I was watching LCS. I think it was last night, and they were just like, "There's basically no one who can 1v1 Olaf in the early game."
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I like. At least in this league, which when I used to do this on other teams that I've been on, where they'll put your jungler on a big tank, kind of like they did with Tempest. But if you're not really getting the damage off, there's no point in having your jungle be the tank. And in the current meta, you need to put some pressure down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. That's why when I saw that Sejuani pick, I was like, this is a trap. This is a loss. Because every time I see Sejuani pick, I feel like that team just loses every time.
They're like, "Oh, we're gonna buffer by making her passive worse." I'm like, "Thanks, Riot."
Well, if you have like a comp that works, like Nectar does, you could argue that.
What's that?
If you're gonna have you need something to ultimate. I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah. I'm pretty much saying if you have a Sejuani, you need somebody to like follow up with like another like a Wombo, and Renekton doesn't really bring that fizz, but kind of brings it. Like the comp doesn't really make the Sedge a great pick.
I wanted a different mid laner for Kumquats because I didn't really like the fizz into this team comp. I feel like that was a bit of an outlier, but like if you had like an Orianna that Mega Barrage that also plays, it would have been a lot better.
Yeah, something with like a probably
You're cutting out again, Butter.
Dude, this headset sucks. So everybody watch the stream, donate so I get a new headset.
Donate to
how-
Butterfilo's headset, everybody.
I'll link my Venmo. Everybody send it.
Anything last you want to say before we let you go?
I just hope that we don't int when it comes to playoffs. But if we do int, we'll probably find a way to win if we're lucky.
If we're lucky.
But thanks, guys. Appreciate you guys chatting.
No problem. Great games.
Here, Butter. Beautiful game today, and hopefully you have more beautiful games in the future.
Alrighty, have a good one, guys.
All right, with that, I think we will wrap this stream up. Thank you for watching this video. We're gonna have more matches. I think are there any matches scheduled for tomorrow?
There is a match tomorrow, and it looks like the AMO is on there.
Yes, Fiesta Fathers versus the Dandelion Knights, a stream. That is the official start.
AMO and Freddie Mercury.
Yep, that is the official start of week 4. We'll also have a Noxus match that night, but it's the Shurima match that's streamed. So, hope to see you all back then. I will probably be practicing then because my team has a match coming this week. So, catch everyone later.
Tomorrow at 9, same time. See you in the same place tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone.